Tacoma versus Tundra. Which Toyota pickup is the right one for you? A pickup truck is as much a statement as a vehicle. And each of the Tacoma and the Tundra have a certain type to please. Pickup truck buyers outside North America could be forgiven for thinking that for fans of Toyota, the choice between the Tacoma and the Tundra is merely a matter of picking your favorite, selling your case to the wife or significant other, and ambling down to the dealership with a fistful of dollars. A democratic equation. Of course, the single man, or woman, has the edge in terms of not having to run the process past the other player in a democratic relationship, and as long as ambling anywhere is still allowed, under whatever form and degree of coronavirus lockdown you might be living under, as the time of writing, for instance, UK vehicle sales yards are still closed for casual business. The fistful of appropriately sanitized folding money shouldn't be any more of a problem than ever it was. But all that being equal, it's still not as simple as it might seem, to the uninitiated outsider. Because we're talking about two Toyotas going head-to-head, it's a given that the Japanese marque doesn't have any outside competition to worry about, for the purposes of this comparison. Much more fundamental to the decision is the issue of which road you're going to commit to, the full-sized truck route, or the midsize. Flying a flag. A pickup is as much a statement as a vehicle. It's an assertion and an affirmation rolled into one. The trucks we buy are the colors we hoist to the world. They tell our fellow motorists, and everyone else, what we're thinking and who we're thinking it about, and that includes our own inner selves. Oh yes, saying, "Don't analyze me, man," to some random stranger you've just discovered to be a person who does head shrinky stuff, when they've already seen you drive into the parking lot, is a bit late. Vehicle language is every bit as accurate and predictable as body language, to folk who know how to read it, and writing it is something we all do, both subconsciously and deliberately. There are practical considerations as well, of course, as there are with any type of vehicle. If you need to haul heavy loads, you need a heavy load hauler, just as if you need to go where the going is rough, four-wheel drive is a need to have, rather than a nice to have. But plenty of drivers still opt for big heavy 4WD haulers, when the only hauling they do is taking the kids to soccer practice and the groceries home from the supermarket, and the roughest tracks they ever navigate have 4 lanes of bitumen in either direction. Disclaimer: this writer is not immune to the fantasist disconnect here described. If you need a big truck, then the choice is made for you. Tundra was created so Toyota could compete in the same sandpit as the established big boys of the North American pickup market, and as such, it's high, wide, and handsome. A big truck for carrying heavy loads and towing even heavier ones. Tundra is the choice for loggers, ranchers, oil drillers, and others. The people who move the earth and make it shake. Horses for courses. But does that mean that the Tacoma is meant solely for soccer moms and Sunday shoppers? Actually, no. In most of the world, where full-sized pickup trucks, while not unobtainable, are way more a part of the American dream as seen on TV than they are in real life, the Tacoma is very much a staple choice for the above-mentioned farmers, hole-in-the-ground makers, and cutters down of trees, but in its other incarnation, the Helix. Manly men driving mid-size trucks, you gasp? Yep, it's true, and very few of them are given to changing into a dress and high heels at the end of a long shift because of it. Okay, a few might, for unrelated reasons. But let's not be unnecessarily judgy here. The point is that if you don't actually need a ute to be able to drag elephants uphill, a smaller than full-sized pickup might just offer something in the way of a few nice surprises. The Tacoma, despite being very similar to the Helix, has been crafted for the US market in particular, and it isn't the same as the Helix. Whilst Helix does come in higher spec versions, packed with creature comforts and capable of losing you your license just getting from 0 to 60, under the skin of its Sunday best clothes, it's still a Helix, and that means it's a tough bruiser that delivers a hard ride. Tough but not rough. Tacoma, on the other hand, was designed with the freeway in mind, as much as, if in fact not more so than, the potholes and crevasses of the less beaten tracks where sports cars and people movers fear to tread. It delivers a far smoother and more comfortable experience on the tarmac than its international sibling, sacrificing a little in the way of carrying and towing capacity in exchange. And the blunt truth, even if we don't like admitting it outside the group, is that most of the time, most of us aren't using our pickups for carting redwood trees and granite boulders, up hills and down canyons. We're driving to work and back, heading to the market or the beach, and yes, taking the kids to soccer practice. For all that, a slightly smaller truck that's also cheaper to buy, Even more reliable than its larger Toyota stablemate, and way less eye-wateringly thirsty at the same time, might just be the cleverer choice, especially considering that when push does come to shove, it's still surprisingly capable in the pushing and shoving departments. The bottom line: if you need, or just want, and there's nothing wrong with that, a bona fide massive man truck, the Tundra is waiting for you. But if you like a softer ride, that's easier on your wallet all round, and can still wear big boy pants, Tacoma could be the pleasant discovery you've been waiting for.